All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Happy Pond monthly tournament. Today we will have two tournaments. So same as always, the Happy Pond Open and the Beginner Open. Let me go back to the games, but before that, I just want to say that we will have, same as always, um, an online tournament which is in 5 plus 5, so 5 minutes per game plus 5 seconds for every round that we will have, for every move that you will play. The tournament will have two tournaments, as I said. First one for the beginner. I say beginner, but some of these players are not really beginner at all. So we'll have a tournament for under 14 years old. We will say it like this. And every people who actually participate to the tournament, every student of Happy Pawns that can participate will have a bonus for each games and a bonus for participation of the tournament. So if you participate at the tournament today, you will get 100 points, and you will also get 10 points for each victory that you will have during this tournament. The second tournament that we will have, it will be the Happy Pawn Open. So this one is for everyone, mostly if you are above 14 years old. And if you are above 14 years old and you still want to participate to this tournament, you will have the same rewards as if you are a Happy Pawn student. For the Beginner Open, we have quite a lot of players actually today. As you can see on the screen, we have we have 16 players. The round one already started, and we already had Mr. V, Chessmaster, Kita, and Erato that made the draw. What happened to these games? We will see that. Okay, so let's have a look at the other games that we have. We have Ita Matches against Sam Crow. We have Jason against Yasha. And we have oh, a lot of games already finished, or at least it goes fast. It seems that we have some missing player. A lot of people that just, I would say, subscribe to the tournament and didn't play their first round. It will be more interesting to see starting from round number two. We will see that a bit more in detail. For now, we have two games left. We have Solal against Luz and Prisler Gamers against Azal Pakial. Let's see about this game. How did it start? E4, E5. Okay, so this is quite a normal opening, I would say. Okay, trading pieces. So both player, Luz is at 1681 elo and Solal don't have a ranking yet. So it might be a surprise. Will it be the surprise of the day? We will see that later. Okay, so this is quite a good move. Just, okay, black offer you the opportunity to actually break their pawn structure, and this is exactly what happened. When you have 2 pawns like that, it will be quite hard to defend, especially for this one, and this one is already attacked. So here, white could just take the pawn. There is no real risk of taking the pawn there. I don't really know why they didn't took it, but it's okay. They choose to move back, probably trying to purge this pawn, I guess. Is it the idea? No, they want to open with f4. So opening with f4 could be something to do, but indeed, if you choose just to take the pawn and then to push your pawn in f4, it could be maybe probably a better solution. Okay, so black seems like they don't really pay attention to their pawn. They are more focused on pushing that pawn. I don't really know about the reason yet. White try to develop their knight, but it might keep this knight here in a corner, which is not probably not like the best thing to do. I don't really know what they want to do with that pawn, with that knight here. Okay, so here it's a bit same. Uh, why not just taking the pawn? That will be a good question, I guess. Why, when you try to move it there, okay, trying to bring the knight. Now the queen is attacked. The pawn is still, I mean, it looked like Solal don't really care about that pawn in e4. I mean, the pawn have been taken once, and then you have a new pawn that is coming from the f column, and he still didn't really protect it. Okay, trading. Taking with the king, a bit weird, I guess. It's not the thing that I would do, definitely. We have double pawns here. This pawn is attacked twice. Definitely have to push it. Otherwise, you will lose it. Okay, they gain the pawn there. Trading the queen. Is there a better solution after that? When played there, you have a threat on the queen, but the knight is also threatened. Is there a possibility to do both? Like try to take the knight? I don't see it immediately. I guess bishop there first, and if the queen move, you might have some other attack, but impossible to confirm for now. Okay, so we are there for now. A pawn structure that is a bit destroyed, I would say, even for white. Would they have any better things to do about that? I don't think so, because you have really to take that pawn and to avoid that this pawn is going for queen. Okay, so this will make the white able to probably eliminate that bishop, and maybe you have a fork there. Let's see where the rook is going, because in case the rook is going in a square like here or here, it could be really interesting to have that fork. Okay, so it's just to attack the pawn there. Probably nothing. Taking the bishop might not be the best option for now, as you will help the black to get a new pawn structure. What about the other games that we have? So here, confirm player 1379 for Piesler and 1596 for Azalpakial. Very difficult to say. We can see already that we have a huge difference of time between both players. One is having 45 seconds and the other is having 4 minutes. Okay, so we have an Italian game here. It seems that both games are quite similar in terms of what players are playing. Putting a lot of pressure there. Could it work? We will see that later. Okay. The queen is back there. Is it to take the pawn there? Taking the pawn there will be a trap actually. After rook there, you will lose your queen. So we cannot do that yet. But the queen is actually trapped there. You have to take that pawn, and you will not be able to survive. That's a mistake actually. You could trap the queen there. The queen has no square. Cannot go there because of the bishop. Cannot go there because of the knight, and cannot go anywhere. So the queen was trapped. And now the queen is not trapped anymore. Okay, that's a free bishop. Oh, this one I'm not convinced about it. You have a piece advantage. Why do you have to give it back? Okay, trying to pressure, trade the pieces. So now we are back to equal position, except that the white have 3 pawn advantage. Let's see if they can turn that. Trading all the pieces, losing a pawn there, it's quite fine. Black did the right choice by not trading the queens, but now they have no choice. Okay. So here as white, you don't have to think too much. You just have to push your pawns there, starting with this one, or even you can push 2 squares. It doesn't really matter if you have en passant, as you can take it back, and then you go directly for the queen. Okay, so this one will be game over soon. It's a checkmate in 2 moves, but still have to be careful about the stalemate. So actually, queen there will be the move, definitely, and then probably king here, as black king will have to play and have to go there. Okay. Right, so you have to go there with your queen now. Okay, king here, and then king there, and it will be a checkmate. Oh, king there works as well. You have checkmate there. Okay. Let's see about the other game. It ended up with a checkmate as well. So here, oh, is this have been pre-moved? I'm not convinced about it. How to lose your 2 pieces? in a row. That's a bit confusing. Okay, so we'll have a new round starting in actually 38 seconds. Let's see how it will be. We have also the Happypon open. So there I can see that we have some students from Happypon as well. Up where he's him. So we have quite a lot of participants actually, 24 for today. Louis is actually a student from Happypon. Unfortunately, he lost his first game. Who did he play with? Oh, he played against Sebastian. Okay. And then do we have other one? Not for now. We can see that we have some players that we saw before, like Chicken Dining and Potato Turtle. It seems that for now they are not playing the game. Are they? I'm not sure about that. Okay, for now in the leaderboard, we have Rian, we have VG, we have Strawberry, Happypon, Alexandre, Govov, and Jessifer, Happypon 7. And we have quite a lot of players with 1 point. So we might have to wait a little bit more just to be sure that we can have a leader that is starting to take the lead in this tournament. Okay, let's go back to the Happypon beginner tournament. The game has started. We will open that and have a look at it later. Up, so we have 6 games incoming. First one between Yasha and Luz. Yasha is offline for now. Let's go to the next game. We have Rax the Meeper against Jack Ross. So Jack Ross quite a good elo ranking. Looks a bit stable, 1600 in rapid and in blitz. Could be a good player. And we have a Karokan defense by Rax the Meeper. Okay, so this is all of that is theory. Let's go to the next game. We have Azal against Sam Crow. Sam Crow official, sorry. And quite a high level game actually. I'm not sure that there's one below 14 years old. Quite sure that they are not, but let's see. We might have to think about it at least and to see about that later. Okay, so here I don't really like this move as you are now blocking your bishop. The only hope for black to be able to develop their bishop is probably to have a pawn push like this and to trade the bishops, which we will see later. It will not happen. They are making a bit difficult to understand about these moves. Okay, it's now time to trade the useless bishop, and it will not happen one more time again. So the pawn, pushing the pawn, 1-2, 1-2 attack, 1-2 defense. You cannot actually take it. Probably have to trade there first, and then whatever takes the bishop or the knight, you can actually trade this bishop. Okay, choose another way. Let's see if it will work. Now we have Mr. V against Chessmaster. Up, Chessmaster has a ranking in everything as well. Let's see about it. Okay. Okay, so we have a Queen Gambit that took a little bit of time to come, but actually it's fully designed now. Mr. V putting the pressure on the knight. That's a nice try. Unfortunately, before to move that bishop, should probably take the knight there, just to be sure that you will not have a double pawn here, and then you can move your bishop as much as you want. Okay, it starts to be a bit open there. Might have to consider just to move the queen there as going back. The white bishop of white, light square bishop of black is quite trapped there. Let's see how it can go. So this is a piece loss, unfortunately. That's a bit sad to see that after this start. Okay, we have Kita against Trirat. Here again, I would say quite a huge difference in terms of ranking. Kita is a good player, but will he have any chance against Trirat or against Skin, because it's his name? That will be a good question. I cannot be sure about that. Okay, so the bishop is trapped. That's a bit unfortunate. You have to know this variant if you want to play it, definitely. It's a bit complicated. However, Kita is going back. I don't really know what he's doing with his pieces for now, but I guess he might have an idea in his mind, like taking pawns, definitely. Could he actually push the pawns there and then have a chance of, could be checkmate. So pushing the pawns there, we just get back the pieces, but you have to protect your pawn before that. Probably have to, could you do something on that? Because if you push the pawn, the white cannot take because the knight is pinned. So you actually have to push your pawns there and then push the other one. This could be an option. We try to have a look later at that game. What happened here between Solal and Pitzler Gamer. Okay, so this is a classic pin. I would say this was a bit less classical, I would say. Quite opening mistakes, and you can actually continue with that with uh, a beautiful line for the bishop, taking the rook after that. Okay, it will be quite difficult to manage now for black. They are a bit trapped from everywhere. Let's go back to our first game. So Yasha actually started to play. I'm not sure about this opening. It seems like you want to build an army and be ready to attack everyone. Okay, so the plan is to push all the pawns one by one, if I understand correctly, and sacrifice all your pieces. That seems to be the main thing to do. Okay, let's keep going about that. What happens there? Trade. Okay, quite a mistake from Jack actually there, because you can just keep developing your pieces, trading. Okay, and then, oh, you could take the pawns there. That would be an option. Just the white came to destroy your pawn structure, just destroy there. The most important in Caro-Kann is that you still have these 5 pawns that will protect you at any cost, basically. Castle first. That's a bit sad for that pawn. It would be nice to destroy the whole pawn structure before starting. Now putting pressure. What happens there? Up. Okay. And white resign. Indeed, they start to have not so many pieces to play. What happened in this game? As we continue, Chessmaster, which is quite a good player actually, it ended up, okay, we were actually there. So the knight is coming back, trying to protect. Definitely one important thing to do for white at that point is to try to activate their rook. Probably try to push a pawn there, moving the king there, probably a pawn there, and then moving your rook in the center. That might help actually to have a chance to do something. Ah. Okay, so this is like a piece loss, a bit sad. No, the piece was already lost, so we're just trading all the pieces together. Now it starts to have quite a little bit of problem, as white definitely have to stop pushing their pawn. It's 4 pawn against 3, so these 3 pawns have absolutely no chance to get to promotion. So you should not push it there, and as you have 1 pawn against 3 here, you should not push your pawn at all, and you should just move your king up. Prepare to block the pawn structure. That could be like the best chance you have. Okay, so finally the king is there to protect that base pawn. And now you can take some pawns. Okay, it's getting better. What about Trirat against Kita? So the game was expecting to be difficult. Indeed, it was. Nice try, Kita, and good shot, King. What about this game? Same as expected, the checkmate was coming, and it came at the end. Jack Rose against Raxemiper. Can Raxemiper finally destroy this pawn structure of white? It looks like he will destroy it. The main question is how to add more pressure on that. You definitely need to use your other rook. That could be an option, as you want to attack this one, you want to attack this one. Knight there might be an option as well. but you will have to consider that after rooks there, you will have to trade probably. So maybe better to bring the two rooks first, and then to try to bring some pressure in another way. How to add the pressure, that will be a great question. Good job, Mr. V. It's much better to see you like this. Going back in your game, you see that the black are not using their pieces, which is quite nice. And now you actually have two pawns. So you need to bring your king. You need to bring your king there. And let's say, by some sort of a miracle, yeah, now you will have to move. Oh, you can get the knight, but the knight for one pawn, is it fair? Now it's more likely to be a draw, as you will lose your other pawn, but you can take some. So, will it be a draw? Not sure, actually. Black are still winning. Could have a chance. I think the knight was not so woeful, and probably better to try to keep your pawn and play more with your king. That will be a thing to consider in the future, definitely. Okay, adding pressure there, the knight will have to go, and now it's a free pawn. It's a good start on putting pressure. Oh, you have this one too. I slightly prefer to take this one here, but this one there could be interesting. Which one to take? Good question again. We will see. Cannot take the decision. Same as expected, when you start by pushing all your pawns, it will be difficult to play, and it has been for Yasha. Okay, Mikey chooses to take the c4 pawn. Now he is putting pressure on the two knights, as none of them can really move. And now what should you do? You have a rook. Is it a good thing to trade the rook? I'm not really sure about that. I mean, when you have a rook there, probably don't want to trade. But can you go there? Will it be useful? As you will be blocked there, and you will have to put more pressure. So maybe, I say maybe it can be more useful to actually trade the rooks for once, and then directly develop your rooks to the other and attack this pawn there. This pawn is definitely a target. If black can get this pawn, they will have 4 pawns against 3, which will offer them some chance of winning, definitely. And it seems that white totally forgot to play with their pieces. This bishop is a pawn. This rook is defending a pawn. Black, they have this advantage. They are playing with all their pieces, even if they have to be careful to their bishop right now. But still, they are playing with much more harmony than white are doing. And a bishop there could be perfect. Just don't let the rook defend that pawn. You have to keep that diagonal. It's quite strong. And it will avoid as well the check. Never know. The check might not be a problem, but in case you want to move your rooks there one day, could be a little trap. Mikey has to be careful about his time. That's one of the things that will be the most difficult. Oh, that's a bit sad. Now, definitely have to take the bishops there. Or they can take the rook and then take the bishop. So that's a bit sad. A blunder that will probably cause that game after starting so well. It's really sad. Could have an option. Okay. White resigned. Okay. All right. That's a bit sad, Mr. V. You could do better probably in that game. Mostly in the opening. Try to get back to it and study about your opening. You can click on Analyze, on the Analyze button next to your game. It will probably help you to actually understand about your opening mistakes. But trying to attack too fast, this is some things that we study together. So I would say it's just the consequences of slow development and trying to attack fast. It's okay. Let's focus for the next game. Okay. What can Mikey do in this situation with 20 seconds on the clock and down a rook? That will be definitely difficult. It will be really difficult to find a solution there. The only hope that you can have is that white make a huge blunder, like blunder their rook, and then you will have a chance to wins that game, but with 10 seconds on the clock, 15 seconds on the clock, it will still be really tight. Okay, White are doing quite a great job there, just pushing on the back of the line. That's why it's so complicated to defend. Now blocking and probably try to use whatever pieces to get back there and try to... Oh, okay, they try to block the White King. So the White King is blocked there. Could be a problem, but let's see. Okay, so the check seems to be a little bit like trying to save time. Here, trade the bishop or checkmate. That's another option. Probably better. A bit sad for your game, Mikey. I'm quite sure that you will actually get back to it, and maybe time was the, I would say, the parameters that um, make you probably make that blunder about the rook. It's a bit sad, but keep that in mind. Always protect your pieces before to try any tactic combination or to try anything. You have to protect all your pieces just to be sure and be safe, except if you calculate everything in your variant, which is another option, but it's a bit more difficult. Okay. Next round is starting in 15 seconds. For now, we have Jack Ross, Sam Crow official, Luz, chess master at the top of the tournament. So we have already a little podium there with Luz, Jack Ross, and Sam Crow official. Let's see. We have Jack Ross and Sam Crow official will play together. Against who will Luz play? That will be a little challenge. Against number 4 then. So we have the 4 first player fighting together. Okay, let's open all these games. Let's see what do we have interesting there. Okay, it's pre-moving a lot here. We have a Spanish opening, Ruy Lopez opening. About this one, Jack Ross against Sam Crow. Sam Crow seems like he didn't play a lot of games in Rapid as its ranking is up quite fast. Let's see about this one. What do we have? Okay, that was a try of Caro-Kann. I don't really understand this system by White. At least I don't really like it, I guess. But maybe it can succeed. Let's see. Okay, Raxemiper against Asalpin. I will just say Asal because the name is too complicated, definitely. How do we start? We start with a Queen Gambit that turn into a Slav defense. Okay, just developing the pieces. Nothing to worry there. Probably have to defend that pawn. It's not the first time that this pawn isn't defended, and the knight being defended, you definitely have to do something for that. Because otherwise you will lose your pawn, and now your knight is attacked. So what to do there? Probably have to protect your knight first, and then, well, I would say once this bishop move, you can have your rook there and attack, but indeed the bishop is not ready to move at all. And the knight don't really have any square to go. Now even more with the knight. Is there a possibility to trade to trap that queen? I don't see for now. Probably have to develop your rooks there. Seems like a must-have. Trying to push back that queen. The pawn that you lost is not really important at the end. Oh, the queen is not in a really good position there. It will be quite difficult to protect that queen. But I don't see any trap to actually fix that queen where she is and try to eat her. That seems to be impossible for now. Okay, the queen is not that useful anyway, but the next question is how do you plan to get to it? How do you plan to take advantage or open the game there? That will be a good question, and we will see that later. Okay, Trirat against Pizzler Gamer. So King here choose not to play the Caro-Kann. Okay, trading all the pieces, trying to double the rooks there. Could be an option. Yeah, could be an option as white are not very well developed. But let's see. Everything can happen in this game. Okay, this one was quite fast. What happens there? Okay, Yasha starting again with this beautiful opening, pushing all the pawns, and it end up as it should, I guess. What do we have here? Okay, Kita facing again, one more time, quite a good player. So it might be difficult to actually find a solution about that. Okay, so here you definitely have to take that pawn, as you are attacking the pawn two times. Two times and one defense. Why not taking it? You can take with the bishop, could be an option. Now lose 2 pawns, the knight moved, and it will be finished soon. I wanted to say that, but it's not finished yet. Okay, it looks like white a bit gave up on that one. Okay, let's see. Go back to that game. What happens there? How does it open? Okay, so classical mistakes there of losing a rook by Jack Ross. Okay. This one is quite nice. Actually, the white seems like they are using tactic a lot, and the blacks are not seeing much in terms of tactics there. So is there a way to take it back with the rook? Okay, this one will be difficult to understand for me. Why not taking back with the pawn? I mean, I understand that it's your pawn structure, but you still have a, a rook against. You have a rook and 2 pawns. So you don't really need to take back with the rook, except if you really want to save your pawn structure. But what's the point of saving your pawn structure when you are not taking the open columns? So, good question. Okay, white resigned. What happened? Okay, white resigned? Okay, I don't understand at all there what happened. Why did white resign and black is victorious? Okay, I will not even try to understand because I don't get it. Okay, let's see how it is going. Remember, okay, so the queen is back in position. Okay, my king trying to develop his pieces. That's a fork. And is it... Oh, what about the queen? I got confused. Like, you just have to move your queens there. You don't have to think that much. Just probably just go back. Just go back 1 square and you save. Now, I don't really understand what's the plan. Mostly, you don't have to take back that knight as he's not a threat. You can take on check first and then take it back there. But still, it's difficult to play. Okay, what about that? So we have a piece advantage for black. How did they got this piece advantage? Oh, they just took a free rook and a free pawn and a free bishop. Well, this one was not a free bishop. You have to take the rook first. Yeah, you have to take the rook first and then you can actually do whatever you want. Quick mistake. Okay, it's really look like he's the one who can take all the pawn first. It's look a bit like this. Okay, and Kita got checkmate, unfortunately. Okay, let's go back to the game we have. So here quite equal. Well, just 2 pawn advantage still for Sam Crow from the previous little tactic tricks that he used. But indeed, okay, so he's going for the checkmate. Does he really have a checkmate or not? For now, he don't, but black are a bit overstepping there, trying to get directly to the black space. So threatening to take that pawn, actually, that's a bigger threat. You just have a check there. You don't have a checkmate. But you need some pieces to move. You are threatening the knight, threatening the pawn there. One of the only option might be to move the knight. If you move the knight there, check here, and you can go back, and there is nothing. So it's quite safe, but it's probably not the best thing, or at least not what white wants, I guess. Probably not, but I guess it's the only option to protect these three pieces. Yeah, indeed. And then, just in case you have the check there, you have rook there. So that seems to be the best option for now. Could have some additional pressure coming from black, by the way. Trying maybe to add the rook there, and you will be able to attack that pawn. Difficult to defend. So black has the initiative. Let's see how it will go. What about that game? Let's going back to it. Okay, so we have a rook for a pawn and a queen for now. Quite difficult to play. Not gonna lie about that. Is there a way, or is there a trap that is possible to do? That's a good question. So after queen there, is there a way to actually try to trap the queen, or maybe just going there? It can be a draw. Queen, rook there, the queen has no other option. Can go there or can go there. So you actually do have two squares, and in this one you cannot actually move anywhere. So it's a draw. Rook there, queen, rook, and it's a draw. Oh, sometimes it looks so simple. Because all the square are taken already. No, you have this one indeed. You can have this one. Is there something to do after that for black? That's a good question. Probably keep attacking the queen. I'm not sure that the queen can actually exit this position there. Could be interesting to see. Is there a way to trap that queen? It will mostly depend on where the black are going with their queen, but could be an option, definitely. Just in case. But it seems like the black can actually take all the time they need if they want to go back. So you might have to use both of your rooks if you want to have a chance to trap that queen. Okay. I kind of like the knight there. I don't really know why going there would be an option. Now the knight is attacked, the bishop is attacked. Is there a way to pressure that queen and make the queen move? Moving up the diagonal will just remove the attack on the bishop. Okay, I would love to know what do you think, guys? Okay. I don't really know what to play in this kind of situation, as it's a bit complicated. Here, okay, actually it worked, and now you can get a bishop back. So now you have a rook and a knight for a queen and two pawns. It's still a loss, but it gives some options. Okay, knight e4. Knight e4, and then going back there. Cool, go there. Is it an option? Go there, and after pawn push? No, it's not an option. Okay. All right. But this is a mistake, because after rook take, you have queen take on check, and it's game over. That's a bit sad. Okay. What happened in that game? Did the white end up succeeding on that? Indeed, they succeed. Okay, so what happened? Let's have a look more quickly about that. So you still have the queen there. That is a bit annoying. Could be an option to try the checkmate like this. This kind of checkmate is quite beautiful, but yeah, it could be an option, as you don't have any check. Okay, probably some little mistakes there. A check there, rook. Ah, no, it doesn't really work. So you have to play another way indeed. Okay, nice checkmate. Yeah, here it seems to be very difficult for black, mostly as they are for white, mostly as they are down on time, and they don't really have any options there. So you have to go there, but after that you will lose the knight, and then yeah, it will be difficult. It will be difficult to play. Mostly you have queen check, or you have a checkmate. That's an option as well. I was thinking about the queen check and then king there, check, and then taking the rook, but you have a checkmate, so it's even faster. Okay, let's see what happens there. It seems like Trirat is trying to checkmate with two knights and a rook. Could be an option. But is it the best? Just push your pawn. You don't really have to think too much. This kind of checkmate are quite complicated. We practice some crazy house, so maybe it gives some idea to King actually to play that checkmate or to try it. And now he chooses to give up on his idea to checkmate there and just try to get a queen. It will be much faster. Sometimes you don't really need to save your pieces or to try to checkmate in weird ways, as you can have a faster checkmate. Look. Okay. I don't really understand how he want to checkmate, by the way. Ah, okay. He just wanted to have his setup. Okay. Next round, starting in actually 54 seconds. We will be able to see that. For now, let's go back to the leaderboard. We have Sam Crow and we have Luz, who are leading the tournament with 3 points over 3. And we have Asal, who lost his game against Sam Crow with 2 points now. Kin Trirat with 2 points as well. And Jack Ross with 2 points. So this is our leaderboard for now. And what do we have at the end? We have some players that just join after all. Let's see how it will go. We might have quite a lot of games that will start in the same time. We try to have a look at it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's have a look at the new round. We have the number 1 of the tournament against the number 2. We have the number 3 against number 5. Number 4 against number 8. Number 10 against number 13. Number 11 against Pizler, number 12. And Kita against Solal, so 16 against 18. Okay. Here, similar openings, quite fast. I still don't like this opening from Sam Crow. I'm quite sure that if I had a chance to participate to the tournament, I will just enjoy a lot about this bishop trapped. But that's not an option, unfortunately. I'm a little bit above 40 years old. Okay, so what do we have there? Okay, sacrificing 2 pieces for rook and a pawn. Is it a good option? I'm not really convinced about this attack. I guess that building an attack and developing your pieces should be the main priority of everyone around there. Okay, okay, this opening seems to be a bit more open. Okay, so similar around there. This opening one more time. I'm sorry, Jack Rose, but I'm not really a huge fan of your opening as well. I don't like to see a pawn that is alone and difficult to defend. So that will not be the kind of opening I will play, definitely. Okay, what do we have here? Trirat against Mr. V. Quick blunder from Mr. V here, giving away a bishop. That's a bit sad. Okay, I understand. This will be a difficult game anyway. Nice game, Kin, and sorry for you, Mr. V. You will do better next time, for sure. Okay, so back with a Caro-Kann from Mikey. How is it going there? It looks like White really want to trade that bishop, and they will be able to do it. If they really want to push that pawn, they will be able to trade that bishop. Hmm. What is Chess 2015 thinking? That's still a good question. I don't really know. Personally, I think that he pushed that pawn to open there, if it's the idea, but the bishop is staying. The bishop is not going anywhere. So is it an option to try to push your pawn? Mhm. Let's see. We will see later what has been played. Okay, let's go back. So this is a little question. Do you think that Yasha push all the pawn, starting with f4 and then wow, this is a bit sad. In this one, you can just push a pawn there, or trying to push a pawn there, like offer a pawn, and on pawn take you have queen h4 checkmate. This is a full mate, quite a famous one. But Yasha choose to actually push all the pawns that she have. Is there a possibility to do something? That will be a difficult game. Let's see about the next one. Kita playing with black this time. That's a Caro-Kann against Solal. Free bishop as well. Beautiful. Now Kita is doing what he know. Trading the pieces. He's going for a quick attack, and the worst is that it works. And he's making a total mess, destroying everything. That's a good job. Now it's really look like it's really like to say about Kita's game. Now Kita feel like he's on a supermarket during discount season. He's enjoying and taking everything he can. So just to count, now we are at move 17, and White choose to offer a free queen, which is always a good trade. Pawn for queen. Who will deny that? By the way, in the opening, we forgot to mention something, is that before to push that pawn, you have to develop your bishop. That was a move to play. But it's okay. It ended up with no consequences. Okay, is there a way to actually target a checkmate? You have a queen there that could be interesting. You have queens there that could be interesting. With a knight there, could have a checkmate there. Okay, let's go to the next game. Asal against Jack Ross. Okay, I don't really understand why moving back the knight. The knight is perfect there. You just have to wait that the, the rook move and then you can attack. All of that to trade the knight? Okay, I'm not really convinced about it. Not convinced at all, I have to say. Okay, this is actually a good move, but the bishop can just go back. Okay. Let's see how is it going for this Caro-Kann. It seems that... Okay, so black ends up with pushing c5, which is the right move to do. And now, about the position, I prefer black. Definitely, they are fully developed, and even if the white actually have two bishops in fianchetto, so fianchetto is having a little castle around your bishop like this, these bishops are not controlling anything. And now there is a bigger threat, actually, is just to move your knight, probably take a pawn there, or just moving it there, and having a free bishop. Unfortunately, the white saw it. Huge suspense around there. Is there a way to do something for black? What could you do? I would love to say, tell me on the comments on YouTube Live. What would you play in this position? Mhm. Okay, Yashai got checkmate. Here, everything that I said actually happened. Good job, Kita. You deserve this win. 12 elo, that's always good to take. And I closed that game by accident, so I will open it again. Now what we can see. Okay, this move probably not great from black, as now after knight take, pawn take, this pawn is a bit alone and your full advantage that you had with the pawn structure of Caro-Kann is destroyed. Of course, you cannot take the pawn there, otherwise you lose the bishop. So you have to find something else, and you lose the bishop. Okay, that's a bit sad. It's some small mistakes like this. You have to be careful before to trade your pieces. Definitely, definitely careful about that. Okay, what happened? Sam Crow against Luz. It's still playing there. I mean, we saw that White actually choose to sacrifice a bishop to open up. Yeah, sacrifice a knight and a bishop to actually open up the black castle by taking the rook. So, is it working? That will still be a good question. Okay, it seems like black actually trying for draw. Do they think that they are losing that much? I don't feel like black are in a bad position there. Mostly they got a queen. That was a nice combo for black. Searching for a draw and then trapping the queen. Okay. Is there any threats? Probably not. Not immediately. The only threat that you have is now you have a queen check and the bishop is dead. So that's the first thing for sure. But is there a checkmate? I don't see. I don't see any checkmate for now. But a free bishop is always a nice thing to take. And it's a miss by black, unfortunately. They choose not to take it. Let's see what they will try to do just after that. So now going back, is it to try for a checkmate there? Well, that's kind of fair right now. It's still a very difficult game for white to play as they lost their queen and they are down two pieces and a queen. Just for a rook and three pawns, which, let's say it like this, is not anywhere near equal material. Okay, let's go back to that trading, getting a pawn there. Okay, that's a nice little tactic trick, taking the whole advantage about that bishop, but this is actually a free knight. Okay, it seems that black are a bit losing the count right now about what they can and cannot do in that kind of game. That's a bit sad. They started so well, and they end up having some troubles playing it. Black are trying again. It seems like black are not really having something like they don't even try to hide what they want to do. They just want to rush and to try the checkmates like this. But sometimes taking pieces first, it just helps. Cleaning the mess a little bit, and then you can go for a checkmate. Okay, it ended up like this. Jack Ross actually checkmated Asal. So how did he do? He just opened up everything. Oh, okay. So that should not even be an option. You see that you have an open column. Why don't castle? Still a great question. And after, when you end up being like this, it's always difficult to defend. Okay. Ah, yeah. We saw about that. So that's a bit sad because the black are not so bad. Well, this move, okay, this move is not great. We are sure about that. But still, there are some options. You have to be careful about that. Okay, and if you are not careful, of course, you will be checkmate. That's more than logic. White are still fighting. White are fighting. They try to do everything they can to actually avoid the checkmate. Can they avoid it after queen check there? Probably going there, and then going there. I'm not sure. I don't really know how you can try to avoid that checkmate. Okay, now sure not. Shows that you cannot avoid it. Because you will have king here, check, moving there, rook take, and it's a checkmate. Let's let a little bit of time for things to happen. Will Sam Crow see the checkmate? Yes, he did. I forgot to just add these two moves, but that's just a formality as it's a checkmate anyway. Okay. Right, the Meeper still fighting, lost a little bit more material. Now it's really fighting for not being checkmate. But the checkmate is coming anyway. So it's a bit sad, but it's too difficult. It's too difficult to play. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to the tournament. What do we have for now? Sam Crow realizing like a great tournament. Actually, 4/4. Even if I can't be really sure about the openings that he played, but he's playing quite good overall, at least against the opponents that he played with. But we have to say that he's maybe a little bit above the average ranking, probably around there. So the next one we have is Kin with 3.04, quite a nice performance for now. Jack Rose with 3/4 and Luz with 3/4. So what can be the next match? We have Sam Crow against Luz, Sam Crow against Jack Rose, Sam Crow against Azar, and Sam Crow against Itamaches. So the next match will probably be Sam Crow against Trirat for sure, and Jack Rose. Yeah, okay. So sorry, Sam Crow, but I have to say, let's go Kin. I will be a full supporter of Kin for that game, as I cannot deny that I will support my student before everything. So let's see. A bit sad that Kin didn't choose to play a Caro-Kann. I would love to see a Caro-Kann defense on that one. Instead of that, we have a Ruy Lopez opening. What do we have here? Similar games, always Italian games for both players. Here, what happens there? Oh, okay, so here you definitely have to develop your bishop. That should not even be a question. Now using a rook. This is the second time we see this kind of move in this tournament, which is not even so difficult to see. So be careful about that move, definitely. Mr. Chess 2015 playing a Dragon Sicilian. Let's see how it will goes. Okay. It's time to find a solution. Mr. V, what do you think? What should you play now? You have quite a lot of things to do, quite a lot of things to play. Probably taking there, pawn take, and knight here seems always to be like a good thing to do. Having a bishop there in the center, I'm not convinced. You have 1, 1, 2, and you can have 3 attack on that pawn. Means after knight take, whatever you use to take, you will lose that pawn. Well, okay, now you really have to take there. That's not even an option. You have to take it. Okay, and after take, queen take, rook take, and you have a free pawn. And you are attacking this pawn again. So actually now, like, black made a mistake. And it's a free pawn for white. The big question is, will they see it or not? Taking the pawn like this, I'm not really a huge fan. I like to trade the rooks for, the queen first, just to be sure that you are alone on this column. And taking with the knight probably better than taking the bishop, but at least you can trade your bishop now. The pawn structure advantage for white, obviously, but let's see. It could be tricky. On a move like this, you have to be careful. You will have to trade first, definitely, or at least to trade your queen. Okay. What happens there? Up. Mikey against Yasha. It should not be so challenging, I guess. Yeah, indeed. Okay, the game will be over soon for sure. Maybe a little good thing to relax for Mikey after playing quite a difficult games and losing on some mistakes that should probably not happen, but it's okay. All right, now Mr. V, very generous, giving away a bishop. Now you will have to go back with your knight. It was a nice game, starting to be very well, actually, having a huge chance to win that game, and now it will be a bit more difficult. Trading the queens now, probably not the best option, as you let the open column for black. So, a bit difficult. Kita is running away. What happened, Kita? Ah, yeah, okay. Start to add some troubles. Trading the pieces. Okay, he got his piece back, but a bit messy with the pawns there. Really messy after offering a knight. Okay, yeah, really messy indeed. Taking pawns, but it's starting to be quite difficult. Now, it looks like... Oh, that's... Why? Just take it. Okay, quite difficult. Oh, okay, let's go back to this game. What happens there? Oh. Did King forgot that he was losing a queen? How come? Oh, that's a bit sad. Now losing a knight? Wow. What happens there? Hopefully he will get a bishop back, but still. Losing a queen on a mistake like this is not so difficult. It's a little below his level, definitely. Usually he would see this kind of thing and probably initiate some combination like this. Now he will not even get his bishop. That's a bit sad. After queen take on a check, king moves, and then you can move your bishop or just trade it. So that's sad. But nice play from Samko. Okay, what do we have here? Jack Ross. Jack Ross in trouble. Jack Ross in trouble, definitely. Is he really in trouble? Let me see. No, actually, he's winning the game. It's Pizla Gamers that is in trouble. Now, with a bishop for two rooks, it will be difficult to play. Kita surviving, trying to survive as much as he can. Now he has to play king there. Would be a better move, probably. You can still push your pawn. But now you have the checks there. Could be quite annoying. Oh, okay. White choosing simplicity. Just no need to think too much. Just get a queen and it will be game over anyway. Okay. We will try to focus a little bit more on that game, as it seems to be the one that is interesting for now between number 1 and number 2. Should have no surprise, as there is a queen and a knight plus a pawn against a rook. It seems to be game over for black, but let's see. I know that black are actually fighting for it and trying to do their best, even when they are losing, trying to at least get to it and probably to fight over it. So we will see that a little bit more in detail. Can black find a trick or get back some material? It will be a nice start, but the difference of matter is quite huge. So not sure about that. Okay, Jack Ross finishing, taking his time to finish Whistler Gamer. Kita will be checkmate soon. And then what do we have? We have Mr. V against Chess 2015. Difficult with... Oh, okay. Giving away the knight, probably not like the best option as well. But is he really giving away the knight? Because after pushing the pawn, yeah, he's giving away the knight. Ah, could have some interesting thing. Because on knight take, on rook takes the knight, pushing there, you cannot really stop the pawn. Will it work? Nice try, by the way, by Mr. V. Knowing that, of course, if taking the pawn seems to be like the most basic and normal solution, you have knight take, and then you don't have anything. Okay, avoiding, don't be greedy, don't take the knight. Now it's a 6 pawn over against 4 for just a knight against a rook, so it's quite playable. 2 pawns and a knight for a rook. Yeah, you can play that. Okay, have to be careful still of there's threats around there, knowing that the rook is pinned. As the knight is pinned, you have the rook behind that, so you probably have to try to do something, as you will not be able to take it back. You definitely have to see that, Mr. V. But now your knight is attacked 2 times, and you cannot move it. You can move it, actually. You have to move your knight first. Probably just go back there. Oh, that's sad. It's small mistakes like this that cost the game at the end. Okay. This game has been over, same as expected. This one too. Sam Crow and Mr. V still playing. Difficult for Mr. V for now, and difficult for Keen as well. Sam Crow is taking quite a huge advantage now. Okay. Black offer draw. Well, you might not be able to see, but I can see that the black offer draw. Yeah, you can try, but I cannot say that white will actually accept this draw. Mostly when you offer a rook again. Okay, it will not change anything about the game anyway. Now you have a rook check. Oh, you miss a rook check. You have rook check and then queen take on a check. Could be an option, but it's okay. And this is the last game for this round number 5. We'll see that a bit more in detail. For now, as a leader, we have Sam Crow, still Jack Ross, and we have Azal with 3 pawns. 3 rat following with 3 pawns. So probably 3 rat will stay at 3 pawns. And Chess 2015 will go back to 2.5, being at the 5, taking the 6th rank, sorry. So now, still fighting. Sam Crow is quite sure to be first, because he already played against Jack Ross, I think. So cannot have games between them. 2 games to secure for Sam Crow, or at least 1.5, and he's sure to win that. I think even 1 over 2, 1 victory against the 2 last might be enough to finish for that tournament, as he's a bit above with a tiebreak at 13. So let's see. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, 13 seconds. Let's have a look at the Happy Pawn Open. So before it was difficult to see who was the first one who will be the leader, at least, and now we have a better idea about it. We have 4 points for Alexander, who is leading and playing against Potato Turtle. Potato Turtle, who starts with a loss because he didn't connect on time, probably. Now he's doing a perfect, so just lose just lost 1 point. Let's have a look at it. How is it going? So I can see that Alexander is up in ranking, at least in Rapid, getting close to the 2,300 mark. Quite nice. I can see a little weakness in Blitz, 2,163. What is that? You should bring that to 2,200 for sure. But for having seen Alexander playing in Bullet, he's really an expert in 1 minute Bullet. If there is one day a Happy Pawn tournament in 1 minute Bullet, I will probably participate, but I will just wish not to play against Alexander, as I don't want to try that. Okay, so for now, still a bit close game. I like the position of white, that they have a bit more space, but we have some tricky version of defense for black. It's like trying to block the center of the game and opening on the F column. It actually works, but is it too tight for space? Well, I want to say that for now, white has a white bishop, which is blocked by his own pawn chain around there. And black succeed to actually trade the black bishop. So now they have only a white bishop that can navigate more or less behind all the white pawns. So quite nice. Let's see about this move. Is there a trick that I miss after knight? Ah, okay. So now after that you can take the pawn there. That was a trick, but could it work? No, there is nothing there. So you have basically to take it back and the pawn will be lost. Not sure that it's really a good trade for black to lose a pawn that was actually closing the center. But do they have really any other option? I'm not really sure about that. I'm quite sure Alexander is searching for it right now. I guess taking the knight and after pawn take, trading there could be an option. It's probably what I would have played because you don't want to have a knight or even a queen getting there and blocking your whole pawn structure. Might not be the best thing to do. So probably take the knight first, and just in case taking there, you can take there first. After that, that's a nice little combo trick that is proposed by Potato Turtle, by the way. A little tactic there. In any ways, whatever you take the knight there, or you choose just to, you cannot defend that, so you have actually to take it. It's either you take it, or you take the pawn and you will lose it. So, in any ways, after the trade, up, so the white bishop will have to move again. It will still be difficult to defend that pawn. So, what is the best thing to do? Is it to just take there and I mean for white, and then to take here, or just take it back with the bishop? I kind of feel like the bishop could be strong now that this whole pawn structure is open. So I guess bishop take here, and then the knight has to move, and maybe moving there. Moving there and try to keep the pawn. That seems to be the best thing to do for white. And it's actually quite a nice trade. Like they have a pass pawn in e6. Could not be like more annoying than that in terms of square control for white. It's really strong. Okay, we will keep that game in mind. Let's see about the next round. Oh, we have Rax and Meeper against Sam Crow. I'm not sure why they are playing together. Probably because Sam Crow already have 5 games and he probably played against the 5 best player in this ranking. So he played against Rax and Meeper, who is number 7. We will open all these games. Let's have a look at it. We have Kin alias Trirat against Jack Ross. Could be interesting game as well. Let's open that and see a bit more in detail. Okay, let me just move up. Okay, choosing to take the pawn. Okay. Uh, all right. Well, actually now it's quite fair. Uh, Same material. It's okay. Let's see how you can defend that. We keep it updated and see that later. Okay, how does it start here? Start with a queen gambit, same as usual. Trading pieces. Okay, opening the B column. Playing on the B column. Nice job, Mikey. Getting a pawn. Now the rook is a bit trapped. Can he get that rook out? That will be a big question. Okay. So now actually the white, it seems like Mikey waked up and he's actually playing quite a good game now. He has a pawn advantage against the leader of the tournament, a guy who is potentially 500 elo higher than him, and he has quite a dominant position. So now he can still take that pawn there. It's free. Because the pawn is attacked 3 times, defending only 2. Take, 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 take. Okay. And then you have an open position with a 2-pawn advantage. So if it was only me, it's game over already. Okay, you can take this one first. Why not? Enjoy. 3-pawn advantage, always better than 2. Mostly as black are a bit trapped there. Very great start of game from Mikey. I really, really hope that Mikey will not make a mistake. Okay, getting pawn away. Now you have beautiful king by Jack Ross. This is an innovation. Like, why do you want to castle when you can actually have an... Ah, okay, all right. So this is like a beautiful attack, a king attack, as we could say. Will it be a problem? Probably not. Trirat has a pawn advantage. Everything can be played there. Let's see if he can success. White time out there. Okay, a bit difficult game for white one more time against Pizzler Gamer, which is quite high. White timeout. Oh, congratulations, Yasha, for this victory. Okay. Okay. Probably not the best way to trade, but you actually have... Oh, this is quite a tricky move. You can actually take the knight. It's a free knight. It's a free knight. And then you have bishop check, threatening to take the queen. Wow. You can see that, Mikey. Just take the knight. Free piece. I know you can see that. I don't really understand why indeed a black choose to move their king instead of just protecting their pieces. Okay, so now we have Mikey, who is the number 7 of this tournament, playing against the number 1 and having a piece and 3-pawn advantage, plus a threat to actually take the queen. Okay, this is quite a nice game. It's quite nice to see. So if we go back to the ranking, we had Jack Ross that is almost getting there. He just need 1 point to get back to 5 as well, same as Samsko. And we have Azal with 4 points as well. And what are they playing? Oh, Azal already finished his game, so he is a bit below. And Jack Ross, he's playing against Chirat, and he's... Uh-oh. Maybe he's not gonna win that game. So it might be still be actually safe for Samskro, even if he loses that game. Okay, all right. So here, of course, we will have King h7. That's the only option. You cannot really play anything else. And now what to play? Probably try to bring your other rook. Could be an option. Bring the rook. Yeah, bring the rook. Bring the rook could be the best option, the best thing to do for now. Trying to trade the queens could be an option as well. Or you can... Ah, you have this knight that is a bit annoying. Can you make that knight leave? If you can make that knight leave, you have queen there. That could be strong. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what can happen in that game. Probably queen there is really strong. I don't know how you can defend that knight. Or you can push your pawn. Can push your... No, you cannot. The pawn is pinned. So this was actually a free knight. You have queen b1. The knight is attacked on this diagonal, but the knight is also pinned by the queen. So you cannot defend that knight, because if you push that pawn, you will be in check. So that was a free knight. Sometimes I'm surprising myself, seeing great tactical combination, and it seems that actually black saw it. And that's why they go back with the king. Okay, a bit sad for white to make a huge run, but I see what they were trying to go for checkmate, never give up. Quite nice to see. Okay, so now we have actually 2 games left for this round. We have Trirat against Jack Ross, and then we have Rax the Meeper against Sam Scroll Official. I think we will keep on that game, and we try to have a look at this one a little bit too. So in this one, Trirat should be able to win. But will he be able to win? That's the whole challenge. That's the whole point about it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's see how he plays, because now he lost the rook. That's a bit sad. Oh no! Oh, I feel really sad for Keane, because he played really good. He's an amazing player. But sometimes he's making blunders, and it cost him games that he was playing better. He had a better position in the game, and he ended up losing it. So that's a bit sad. Okay, what happens there? We probably missed some stuff. Okay. Oh, that's a bit sad. Just to give away the bishop. Mikey, you can do better than that. You had no challenge there. You had absolutely nothing. Like you even have better on time. You have 1 minute. Take your time. Okay. Still have a free pawn advantage. So everything still have to be played. Can have a check there. And then rook here. It seems to be like one of the best options to play right now for me, in my humble opinion. Or trying to break that pawn. 7 and second row is really like, they are the things to control. Definitely. Still can play the rook. But now you will have... Ah, okay. Finding a way to actually move that knight. Will it work or not? Where can the queen go? The queen can go there. Or there. Trying for what? I don't see any big things. Mikey, you have to check. Probably check with the rook. And then knight take. Okay. Now it's getting interesting. We have some sort of attack there. What is possible to play? Okay. And now you can have your queen coming. Oh no, it worked. Indeed it worked. You can have your queen there. And after rook check, queen checkmate. Whatever he takes the knight or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. The only thing when you play that is that he will have a check there, and you will move here. And then it's game over, it's finished. Okay. So now you can have a pawn push. Okay. I think black saw it. They saw the threat. That's why they bring back the queen. But they will probably try to target it again. might have to play queen b7, attacking the knight and just stacking the whole game around there. 8 seconds for Sam Crow. Can he do something? You could have a check there. It would be amazing. Attacking not a check, but attacking the knight and attacking the rook in the same time. Okay, pushing pawn, closing the diagonal. Can be nice. Oh, this is a free knight. Come on, Mikey, you cannot let it there. Cannot let that go in. What is the plan there? I don't get it. You can push your pawn. Okay. Try to get something from it. I don't know what you can get now as you give away your piece, but that will be a good question. Oh, why trading all the pieces? You have to protect your pawn. Can take on a check. Okay, nice. It's getting more and more difficult now. Not really sure what Mikey can do. Will he resist to the stress or not? Just have to push your pawn. Can get a queen. He cannot stop you. Okay, a bit sad to let the pawn go. Now you have to play king g3 for sure. Not even a question. Oh, that will be difficult. Yeah, you have to go back. Oh, why going there? Okay, keep going there. And now he can trade the queen. Or maybe he's searching for a draw. Probably not. He probably tried to save some time for both players. Maybe you really have to go there. Mhm. You have nice air check and then going here, but it's not a big deal. Now you can actually play. Let's go. Okay, pushing a pawn. Trying to get that queen finally. Is it an option now that there is no check? Could be an option. Okay, little trick. Pushing that pawn work. Okay, good job. On a check, you can just go back. There is no threat. Now you go for the check for sure. Okay. You cannot take a draw on that. You can just go there, Mikey. It will be fine. Okay, so now you're offering to trade the queens. The queens for pawn. Okay. It will be traded. Should not, actually. Should check. Okay, move on the side. Or move there. Now you have no check. So it's either you take the queen or you will never take it. Okay. Choose not to take it. Is there a way to push these pawns? I don't see for now, but I know that. Okay. Okay. Is it starting to be too risky to go there, or trying for the checkmate can work? That would be a good question. But you still have to be careful about checkmates around there. You can be safe. He's playing great for now. He's playing great. Will he get a draw? Like, no chance. Oh, that's a mistake. Now you have to sacrifice your queen and it's a checkmate. Oh, that's really sad. That's really sad. Just because Sam Crow cannot stop to ask for draw all the time. Sometimes just take it. You don't have to try to win all the games. Mostly when you are playing against players that don't really want to play that game. That's a bit sad, but it happened. Okay, so Sam Crow, after a beautiful I would say, beautiful trap, but it's more like a scam. On Mikey, he ended up getting on the first position, and now he's quite sure to win the tournament. As he played against Jack Ross, against Asal, against Trirat, against Luz, he played against all the first player of the tournament, so he cannot really get there. Nobody can really reach him. He will probably win that tournament. Let's see. What will we have? Probably Sam Scroll against Pizzler Gamer? Yeah. Okay. Every time there is a player going to the top, I would say top 7, it's play against Sam Scroll, as Sam Scroll already played against all the other players and end up actually winning all these games. Okay. Let's see, for the last game of this tournament, we have a Spanish opening there. Here, this game still didn't start. Okay. More than basic, Italian opening, and here it didn't start yet. So this is the last round of the tournament. Let's see how it will go. Might have some options there. We have actually only 2 games going. Try to have a look at it. Okay. Okay, so here it's a basic one. When someone is taking your pawn like this, it's actually a blunder, and you don't really have to take the knight. Like, you can sacrifice the bishops there, force the white to not be able to castle, and then you take your knight. And now you have a strong attack with some queen shakes threatening to get the pawn, and the white will be dead soon. But most of the people, when you take a piece and you let them a free piece in the middle, first thing that they will do is trying to take the free piece, or at least a piece that looks free, unfortunately. And now giving it back, and after that, when you have a queen in the middle, it starts to be messy. That's really sad. Here, one more time, you don't really have to lose your rook. You have to play queen f6. And another miss, by the way, the white miss a checkmate in one move by queen take. Could be checkmate in one move. They just missed it, and now they lost their queen. So I would say maybe it's just a karma talking there. When you can checkmate, you should checkmate. That's definitely a basic thing. And how did he forget? Oh, the king was there for like a long time, actually. Okay. All right. By the way, even if Sam Scroll have a rook for the queen, we already saw before that he's quite good about scamming his opponent, and he still have a chance to get back his queen. Or at least to try to have a draw, same as he did a few times already. That's another option. Okay, what is happening there? Main question, Asal has been playing quite good this tournament. Yeah, Asal is quite a solid player there. And we will have to see if Kin can actually get there. We saw that Kin play some interesting game here, but every time, in a lot of game at least, he had some troubles to finish his game. Same as quite a lot of players, as we saw, taking an advantage, playing good 20, 25 first moves, and then starting to have some troubles when the game is getting a bit more complicated and end up losing the whole advantage. So here, nice move from Kin. You say nice move. Avoiding forks could be a really important thing to do, but I'm quite sure he can deal with that. Here's the center. Is it really an option to play that? I mean, if I was white, I would just start by trading that bishop in h5 for the knight, and then trying to get there. Well, now even better because you are attacking the pawn here, and the knight is attacked. So probably one of the moves that white should play is to purge there. Okay, now it's a knight that will disappear. Up, take, check, move, and then it's a free knight. So this is a bit sad. This is a bit sad for Qin. He's making some tactical mistakes sometimes, and every time, even when, well, for this one he didn't really had a great opening, but for a lot of games we saw it having great position, and then, oh no, my bad, I forgot that with a queen coming there you just lose a pawn and not lose a knight. Not yet, at least, but pushing a pawn there, never a great option. I guess after pushing your pawn you might have some options to attack that knight, maybe on a mistakes like okay, that works. It's actually quite a great combo. But one more time on this kind of combination, like you should have a bishop check there first, and then you can take it, because you will lose a piece anyway. Well, now no, because Qin actually choose not to take with the knight and choose to take with the queen. But okay, the rook is attacked, trading the queens, and then push will go there. Not really a good option. We'll have a queen for sure. So now bishop d3. You're blocking that square, but if you have two rooks on that column, and there is only one file open, it will be difficult to backring checkmate. It should be quite impossible to do. So here, in terms of pawn position, you have to push your pawns just to be able to block. There's 4 pawns, and then you can focus more a bit on the king side. You want to have only your bishop protecting your pawn, and this is the only pawn that black can take. And this is how you can defend a 3-pawn structure against a 4-pawn. I guess that's the only option. But that will be a move to play later for sure. Attacking the pawn there, not really an option. Probably have to move the king to be ready to face that. You have only one column, so the only thing you don't want to do is to trade the rooks. And until you don't trade the rooks, there is not really any options. Okay, we have a bishop move. I cannot say that I understand it. Wow. What was I saying? I knew that something like that will happen. Oh, that's beautiful, by the way. For once, it's a nice tactic trick. And getting back the queen with a knight advantage. Okay, so congratulations to Samskro for actually winning that tournament. Now it's quite sure. Yeah, it's sure. Jack Rose already finished his game too and end up winning it. Okay, and this is the last game that we have for today, at least for this tournament. We are Turat against Asal. And after the rook, yeah, that's why you need to play that move. Because after the rook trade, it starts to be difficult. And now you will never have any chance to go there and take the pawns, because you will have a rook there. And now that you don't have your rook, you cannot push your pawn. So it will be difficult. And now we already know that you will have pawns be pushed like this and getting to a queen. So it's not to be difficult for Qin. I'm not even sure that he can do much. He could do if the opponent was 1000 or 1100 elo, I guess, but Asal he's a bit too good, I guess, to make a blunder at the end game like that. I'm not sure that it's a possibility. You just push the pawns. Yeah. And the worst thing is that these 2 white pawns are blocking, actually, the bishop. So the bishop has absolutely no chance to get there. Now, you will have rook there, king here, and you lose the bishop. Oh, yeah, indeed, actually, it worked because it was one square to lose. So now, okay, now it's impossible to win. It will be a checkmate. I totally forgot that you can just push the pawn and get a queen first before to take the bishop. So one more thing, saying that Assad actually cannot lose it. Let's go back to the game we saw before. So this was a game between Alexander and Potato Turtle. Quite interesting to see. Okay, we saw some attack from Potato Turtle, not with any success for now. And black are building again. Building the game, losing a pawn, but do they have something? Okay, they have a queen trade. Threatening to take another pawn. White come to defend. Okay. Was it a possibility to actually take this? It was. Can have bishop take, but after bishop take, if you have... Oh, nice there, you can take the pawn. And even if taking that pawn is still an option. So no, actually that was some sort of free pawns that... it ended up to be a bit same, like it's similar. Okay. So now two pieces for the rook. Okay, so it's over actually. It's over. Yeah. Okay. Nice game, Alexander. Not really a surprise in this endgame, at least how it turned, but before it was quite an interesting position. I have to analyze a bit more in detail, I guess. Could have some interesting move, mostly at this position. I'm really wondering, was it an option to actually take there or not? Could be a question. I hope you will give me the answer one day. Actually, I want to ask. What should... Oh, the white are winning there. But what should they play? Should they take the pawn or take the knight? Ah! So, taking the pawn, is it bad? It's a one pawn. And after taking that, of course, I have to take there. Now bishop. So after that... Ah! Yeah, you have to take that. Okay, so after that, you add 3.5 plus 3.5. So white actually better. And if we avoid that, and we choose to take the pawn here, we're at -5. This is what happened in the game. Okay, so you had actually huge threats on getting that pawn and not allow the trade, I guess. Okay, quite interesting to see. Actually, it's nice to see that even when you are at +5, you still have a chance, step by step, to getting back there. Oh, so this was a blunder. And now the advantage is getting down and down until this is supposed to be a draw, but it will end up being a victory. Okay, all right. Interesting. Okay, so we are done with the tournament. Schurat end up losing, unfortunately. We cannot do much on this position. Congratulations to Sam Scrow, Jack Ross, and Asal. We saw Asal playing quite nice game. It's the first time we saw in a tournament. Same for Jack Ross and Sam Scrow. So quite interesting to see. A bit higher average rating, definitely, with almost 1,500. It's quite high for the beginner tournament. Might have to check a little bit about this player, as they could play in the normal tournament and let the beginner tournament to beginners. Might be something to check in the future. All right. Thank you for following this small episode today. No, actually not that small, but thank you for following that episode today, and see you later on the next stream. Bye bye.